All right.
You are funny, Mr. Ridgely.
Yeah, man. Here we go.
Welcome to the Mastermind, everybody. It's May 1st, May Day, Ridgely.
Mayday.
Here you go.
Mayday, Mayday.
This is a special edition of the Partner Attraction Formula Mastermind because it's our monthly open house.
Yep. Lots of people coming in very quickly. So this is great. Good to see everybody
Yeah,
and friends new and old. Love
and
that.
old. And if you're joining us for the first time, this is awesome. This is a no holds bar regular mastermind, and hopefully we'll get some of our members on our hot seat and we'll get things going shortly. So just saying a
But
quick
there
bye.
must be a Mayday joke coming up, Jim says.
Well, there's a variation of it. Should we start with that originally? Because folks, you know how Ridgely groans and moans every time I want to tell a joke. Things eventually get worn down, and Ridgely said to me this morning, "Hey, Hubert, how about if I tell a joke today?"
I got one for you.
And I passed out. I got resuscitated, and then afterwards, I said to Ridgely, "Yeah, sure, Ridgely, give it a go." So, folks, the
So,
first ever Ridgely Goes Bro joke on our mastermind call.
Hubert, it's Independence Day in Mexico this coming Sunday. Very important. It's kind of like our 4th of July.
Yeah.
So, what do you call a ship full of mayonnaise that capsizes in the harbor?
What do you call a ship full of mayonnaise that capsizes in the harbor? I don't know.
Cinco de Mayo.
That's great. Oh, that's a good one.
Cinco de Mayo, man.
I get it. Okay, I'm putting you in charge of the joke department here on out. Okay, so a quick hello is in order to everybody. Hey, Andre, Bill, Bridget, Bruce, Brian, Chris, Dorina, Dr. Art, Federico, Gaynor, Jim, John, Linda, Ross, Susie. Lots of people still coming on. Our hot seat is open and it's first come, first serve. So we would
Yeah.
love to help our members, with anything, reviewing anything that they're working on.
Yep. Susie might be wanting to do something. Susie, raise your hand or put in a message in the chat if you are ready.
Great.
Uh, she was getting ready. Not sure if she's ready, but she
Uh,
might be
oh,
ready.
oh, not being fully ready sometimes is the key to a very productive hot seat because we can help you quite
She
ready.
says she's not quite ready.
Okay, alrighty. So if anybody wants to revisit their mind types as well, that would be great. We've been having a lot of fun on our member calls, verifying people's mind types. We've been urged by the membership to get back into that just to make sure you use that as a tool in your authentic messaging. So if anybody wants to speak to Ridgely and have their mind type verified, that would be awesome. Um, Susie says, I do want to do something about a marketing letter.
We can do that. We'll do that in just a little while, Suze. No worries.
That's awesome. That's great. Okay, so just to catch everybody up on the chat, Ridgely, people were Dr. Art before you revealed it said Cinco Mayo.
Yeah, pretty close.
Okay, right. Susie said lol. Bridget congratulated Dr. Art. Bruce, lol, you've been hanging around Hubert too long.
Yeah. All
Most
right.
Carpenter says that was good, Ridge, and now we're caught up. Okay, so welcome everybody. I do have a brand new edition of our latest Mastermind AI member to show you. Ridgely hasn't even seen it yet, so I'm going to show you that. Um, but first, Ridgely, Bill has a question. How do we combine mind types and keywords? And I am so glad you said that, Bill, because I'm often fond of this, Ridgely, and maybe you can kind of explain why this works. Even when we as insiders know what's coming and you set us up and you speak to us in our communication keywords, we can't help but go through that effect that you're always talking about where we're practically expanding. Just give us some knowledge about communication keywords, how it ties into our mind types, and why it works even though it's being used on you.
Yeah. So just for everybody, let's see who's paying attention here. What is the most important word in virtually everybody's um, library of words in their vocabulary. What's the most important word to almost everyone? Correct. Dr. Art says your name. That's exactly right. It is the thing that you will respond to. Thanks, Dorina. The fastest, the most, the thing that if somebody says some other name, you don't respond to at all, but it's been ingrained since forever into your being. A personal name. That's right, John. And why is that? Because you've gotten used to responding to that. Well, when you think all the way back to the creation of your mind type, it was how you survived at a very young age in your developmental years. It was a survival, flight or fight, do or die, survive or don't survive. And so when you determine your mind type, those words that are associated with that particular mind type become almost as powerful as using your name. So I'm going to share my screen here for a second and pull this up. So you have your team builder and your mind type discovery, right? And you go through the process of figuring out your mind type, your superpower, your kryptonite, whatever those are. So obviously, each person's individual. Their mind type is why they do what they do. What they do particularly well shows up as a superpower, which is what they did to survive during the time that the mind type was being created. And obviously, the kryptonite goes along with each of those. If we scroll a little further down to communication keywords, then you have that for each of the mind types, there is a communication keyword or a series of communication keywords that drives behavior, that makes them feel that strong connection to that particular word. So for a giver, it's going to be things like contribute, add value, have an impact, make a difference, jump in. For a connector that's all about trust, it's going to be connect, reliable, in touch, safe, deliver, sincere, steady, responsible. For a problem solver, it's going to be clarify, simplify, figure out, etc. Notice these are the words associated with the way someone survived during the developmental years, even before words were a thing. So they describe a behavior or a feeling. So if I'm asking any particular mind type, if I know somebody's mind type and I know their keywords, if I use those keywords in any type of request, it is going to be very difficult for someone to say no, in the same way that it's very difficult for any of us to not respond to someone calling out our name. Now, you may not like that person, you may not want to talk to that person, but your life is going to have a response. The same thing happens with any of the mind types, as long as we know their keywords. So in terms of the question of, all right, how do we combine mind types and keywords? It's not so much about combining, it's about understanding that if I know someone's mind type, I have the ability to connect almost instantly with them, and I have ninja powers of influence over them. So if you're a leader of an organization and you happen to know the mind types of all of your colleagues and team members, then you have crazy, powerful influence. You have the ability to connect with them, to empathize with them, to move them to do things that you need them to do. It is super powerful, to the point where not just a few hours ago, as a result of a development that happened in Atlanta with a client of ours, a speaker who was supposed to be doing something kind of backed out. And I was on the phone with this client, and they're saying, well, how do you do this mind types thing? And I explained the mind types, and they said, well, that's kind of a little bit similar to what we do, because we do some Myers-Briggs stuff and some whatever. I say, yeah, but that's all about them. In other words, the individual. When you know communication keywords, it's all about communicating with other people. So we can move from what they were doing at this event to, hey, how do you connect with others and build trust with them, build the ability to influence them quicker, using keywords in verbal expression and written expression. And I went through the whole explanation, and immediately the comment was, that sounds amazing. Can you be here to speak at this event, which is literally happening in a week and a half. So right. By understanding the power of these, that is how you get yourself really, really major influence over others. And you can use them in written format. If I know somebody's mind type, then when we have one of our clients is an innovator. So if I'm writing a comment to an innovator and we're looking to continue an engagement of some kind, I'm going to use words like, let's go down to innovator here so you can see it. Better is the number one word for innovator, right at the top. Innovate and better. So what am I going to say? Looking forward to working with you so that we can make all the stuff that you're currently doing even better. Boom. Super easy. Easy to do and very, very powerful. If I'm talking to a connector and I know that they're a connector, I know that trust is everything to them. I'm going to bring that into my languaging. Trust that you're well, John. Looking forward to connecting again very soon, da, 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 and so on. And automatically you get that feeling and you get a tremendous amount of influence over others. So hopefully that answers your question, Bill. And obviously a topic near and dear to my heart. We can always talk about it.
That's awesome. That's great, Rich. Thank you so much.
You're
All
welcome.
righty. Now let's Bill says thanks. That's awesome. Now, originally
Yeah, let me follow up with Doreen's got a great question here, and this is a big confusion that happens out there in the marketplace. The question is, which mind types to use when I write marketing materials? Whose mind type keywords do I use, mine or my desired targets?
Great question.
So it's a great question because this gets very confusing when you try to speak to their mind type if you don't know their mind type. So if you know their mind type, you're going to use their keywords. But if you don't know their mind type with certainty, you need to have the fullest expression of you, the authentic expression of you, the biggest, most genuine way of communicating who you are so that you give people the chance to raise their hand in your favor, to wink at you. Oh, I'm interested, because you authentically express yourself. So if you know someone's mind type, you use their keywords. If you don't, you use your own. The most genuine expression, an authentic way of speaking about yourself is going to get people to say, oh, she's my kind of girl. I get Dorina. I'm glad I'm associated with her, and move in her direction.
That's
All right.
great. Yeah, awesome. The power of expressing your own mind type and the things that you yourself believe in as a result generates such an authentic, warm, sincere message, originally, that it can't be disputed. If you have a mind type that isn't that of your audience, it's fine, because they say, wow, they believe this. That's awesome. I mean, just like the statement of it is just awesome. Last time we did this was in Mind Types After Dark. So we actually played a commercial. So originally, I think we should play another commercial now, not the same one. I think we should show our second favorite. Our first favorite was the Harley one, but our second favorite is the Caldwell Banker ad. And I think it's time for everybody to see that one again. Now, folks, related to what we were saying about when you hear these limbic messages and hear the keywords being dropped on you, even when you know it's coming, we as a group have watched this commercial over and over and over again. The limbic messaging is incredible. Originally, while you're queuing this up, before you hit play, if you can please, because this is an open house session, some people here are still catching up to the whole idea of limbic messaging. Can you give us the 30-second version of what's a limbic message and how there are different formats of limbic messaging that we recommend? And this is going to be a prime example of a commercial that leverages these techniques. But if you can set the stage for us, please.
Okay, are you looking for the commercial or am I looking for the commercial?
Why don't you look for the commercial?
Okay, so a limbic message is a message that targets the decision-making part of the brain. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, if you look at a cross-section of the brain from above, around the perimeter, you have what's called the neocortex, or what most people call the thinking brain. It is a much younger part of the brain. It has only been around for a little while. At the heart of the brain, deep inside the brain, you have what's called the limbic brain, or the emotional brain. That has been around forever. It is really powerful and it governs everything. So you make decisions based on a feeling in the limbic brain, and then we justify those decisions based on our neocortex. So obviously, we want our messaging to target the limbic decision-making brain. How do we do that? We make it invitational in nature. We make the messaging invitational. In other words, you say things like, we believe in lasting relationships. Oh, I believe in lasting relationships. I'm inviting you into that belief. We believe in you deserve to be heard. That's right. I do deserve to be heard. I'm glad you can feel me on that. And then that person says, that's exactly right. That's exactly who I am. I do deserve to be heard. Or you say something like, because your success matters. That's right. My success does matter. In other words, we're inviting someone into a belief so that they begin the process of initiating of what we call inducing a yes state. They start nodding their head in the positive. And that's how we go about creating messaging that gets more decisions made in your favor. So obviously, the question becomes, where do you want to put that? And the answer is you want to put it everywhere, anywhere that there is that you're getting in front of the public, anywhere at all, you want to put your limbic messaging. Hubert, you with me?
Yes, I am. And if you can also just specify, you've mentioned a couple of examples, but specify the 3 or 4 formats that we recommend people start with as the go-to limbic messaging formats.
So the go-to limbic messaging formats are basically the 3 ones that we recommend above all else are we believe messages, you deserve messages, and because something matters. All of those, there are many others that can be used, but those are the easiest ones. And yes, Dr. Art, when you say reptile brain, it's the same thing. Influencing jurors, that's a big topic these days. So yes, that too. And this commercial that I'm going to share, which by the way, we have to listen to 4 seconds of kinds of bogus until I can skip the ad.
From teeing
There we go.
we believe.
This commercial is my favorite commercial of all time. I believe it's one of the best well-made commercials. Notice how you feel as you watch this commercial. Not what it says, but how you feel. You can feel the difference. Notice how there's something that you're going to nod your head about. In other words, they're inducing the yes state. And then I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this after we watch it. Here we go.
We believe. We believe in home and all the magical things that come with it. We believe in forts made from sofa cushions and blankets, licking the frosting off the mixer, and hanging masterpieces on the refrigerator door. We believe in gardens and that the sun recharges your soul. We believe in sending your neighbors smoke signals and celebrating for no reason at all. We believe in Friday night sleepovers and Sunday morning sleep-ins. We believe in the man cave, the woman cave, and having a lock on the master bedroom door. And finally, we believe your home really is your castle, and that our calling in life is to find the one that's perfect for you. Coldwell Banker, fulfilling dreams for over 100 years.
That's just awesome, Ridgely.
It is an awesome commercial. And if you notice what's not so obvious that makes this thing so great is they talk about why. In other words, they're talking about why they exist first and invite people into the brain, into that thought. We believe in the man cave. Oh, that me too. We believe in the woman cave. Oh, me too. We believe in having masterpieces on the refrigerator door. I've got a bunch of them upstairs for my grandkids, right on the refrigerator door. You relate to that instantly. They bring you in to that feeling, and you find yourself doing this. I like these Coldwell Banker people without even knowing that you're nodding your head. It's crazy. So by definition, if you do that in your marketing, you're going to attract more people. You do that in your sales pages, you're going to make more sales, because what is the number one reason people buy anything? Trust. Right? Trust is the number one reason. So if you share the same beliefs and you get people nodding their head in your favor, you're going to move down the path in their direction. They're going to move in your direction. I mean, a lot faster and more effectively. It is highly effective everywhere.
Fabulous. That's incredible. I love it. A couple of comments I just wanted to share with everybody. Susie said heart tugs for sure. And then Pat explains the limbic system is part of the brain involved in our behavioral and emotional responses, especially when it comes to behaviors we need for survival, feeding, reproduction, and caring for our young, and fight or flight responses.
That's right. That means if you can tap into the limbic system, you're going to the core of where somebody lives.
Right.
It's super powerful. It is just the most effective way to get somebody to go, oh man, these guys get me. They resonate. I mean, I resonate with this Hubert guy.
Right.
You don't even know Hubert, but you still resonate with him because it's a common shared belief.
Yeah.
All right, what do you got for us? Let's look at some stuff. I'm ready.
I'm going to show you something, but I just also want to read Linda's note. Powerful. Thanks for sharing. I'm feeling it. See, that's the key. I'm feeling it.
That's right.
So, folks, before I show you the latest AI tool that's part of our mastermind, I want to show you some of the other ones just quickly and explain how you can easily, well, actually, once you first understand what to do, everybody is capable of using limbic messaging to instantly improve their marketing, to come across with sincere, authentic marketing communication. You're equipped to do that right now. In our mastermind, it's a part 1 and part 2. I'll explain part 1. Originally, you're going to explain part 2. Part 1, we provide a suite of tools where you just put in your website or put in the copy that you're working on, and you press the button and you get output. You take that output, you can do all kinds of things with it, but we recommend part 2 being what? Originally, where do you bring that to be reviewed? Part 2.
To the mastermind. You bring it here so that we can help you optimize that copy and make sure that it sounds human.
Exactly. Right. And so we literally say that our AI tools are members of our mastermind. That's kind of a cool concept. Okay. Now, and again, because we opened this session to a lot of people from our main community, just to catch up, and people often say, oh, you guys are talking about AI. I just like missed the boat on the whole thing. Folks, you did not miss any boat. As a matter of fact, if you're going to jump on AI now, you're going to be way ahead of us because you won't have the baggage that many of us suffered through the growing pains of in terms of getting AI ready to help you in your marketing. Okay. AI is an incredible marketing assistant. Think of it this way. When you join the mastermind becomes the supermind of all the powers of members in the mastermind. Okay. AI allows you to tap into the sum total of human experience that's out there on the internet. Talk about when you make a suite of AI tools, your fellow mastermind participants, the power that then this supermind has. I mean, it's incredible. And I know Ridgely has been kind of like taking it to philosophical levels and everything else. So Ridgely, give us 30 seconds about what masterminds have meant for you in your career and why this one is like the ultimate expression of a true mastermind.
It's just ridiculous. To have a place where you literally have a chief marketing officer, a fractional CMO that you can tap into, but it's not just Hubert and Ridgely, it's everybody else that's in the mastermind. There's so many great comments that come through on the chat when we suggest something, like we're going to do with Susie, bring Susie on and talk about a marketing letter. We want to invite everybody in the mastermind to give us some thoughts on that and share what they've used, what they haven't used. Man, I heard about a killer technique for writing powerful creative copy, like a novel, if you're writing a novel or whatever. So our good friend, Mitch Russo, has been writing a novel. And here's what he does. When he's looking to make sure he's on track, he takes a chapter, he loads it up into AI with a GPT that he's already created that says, I'm following the hero's journey. Tell me if there are any inconsistencies in this chapter, what I can do to reform those inconsistencies, how do I get it back on track, and any suggestions that you may have about the hero's journey, right? He's taking it further. And just top secret information. You can't tell anybody, okay? You just can't tell anybody. What if you did this? What if you uploaded into AI like 5 Hemingway books, right? You upload and you create a GPT, which is basically an agent that writes like Hemingway. And then you put your chapter in there, and then you say, hey, GPT, convert this chapter right here into that level of writing. Boom, bam. And all of a sudden, out comes the new Old Man and the Sea, ready for you to roll out with. And you guys think I'm kidding. I'm not even kidding. This is what is doing. If you start to think bigger, what's possible when you imagine a fleet of agents that all work for you for free, that are doing certain tasks because they've been taught to machine learn using artificial intelligence, that's where we're going. Where we're going is to this. I finish my novel. I upload it to AI. I say, AI, here's what I want you to do. I want you to take this novel and in the style of blank, insert your favorite film writer, convert this into a screenplay. And then as soon as you give me that screenplay, let me have it. You grab the screenplay, you put it into this other AI over here, and you say, great, I'd like you to animate this screenplay for me. And all of a sudden you get an animated version. And then finally, this is not available yet, but it will be. Take this screenplay and this animated version and convert it into a full-length feature film. Click. And AI is going to come back and say, I'm sorry, Hubert, this is going to take a little longer than usual. Can you wait 5 minutes? I'm not kidding. That's where we're going, okay? So really think, how can I expand my scope of understanding so that I can tap into this stuff? All right, Hubert, show us these tools. Come on, man. Stop.
Yes.
I want to see the
Just the philosopher. Okay, but I do have to keep everybody just up to speed in case you're joining us for the first time and you're a little bit behind the curve on the AI thing. Originally dropped a couple of terms that I just want to briefly explain, 20 seconds worth. Originally mentioned GPT. G stands for generative. P stands for pre-trained, trained in advance. And T is transformer, okay? And so basically, each time you chat with this thing, and the reason why AI suddenly became something that took, captured the hearts of everybody as a tool is because prior to ChatGPT, the GPT was programmed into your car, your Tesla car or whatever, and you didn't really interact with it much. Once they made it a chatbot where you type to it and go back and forth, then ChatGPT opened up the gates like it's incredible. If you've not used it at all, you can get a free account. Just Google the word Bard or ChatGPT. There's a 3.5 version that's totally free to use. As marketing professionals, we always recommend that everybody get a paid ChatGPT account so that you can use the 4.0 or higher. And as Jim points out, wait until 4.5 comes out because some super big things are happening in terms of the advances. So it becomes a natural way to kind of type. And, part of our mastermind is that Ridgely has we call it Ridgely's private prompt library. And it's got things, and maybe we can do this in a bit, Ridgely, with Susie. But when you learn how to prompt it correctly and have it iterate and have it score and rank your prompts, like the moon is the limit, not even the moon, way beyond, okay? But I do want to show you all this, that it doesn't have to be hard. I'm going to share my screen and show you guys the tools that we provide as kind of the first step, okay? And again, this is the first step, okay? So let's go to here. That's the latest one, but I am going to go show you guys let's talk a little bit about where we're at. Okay, so folks, when you join the mastermind, I'm just going to go back here. I got a zillion different windows here. When you join the mastermind, you get access to several courses. We have the Discover Your Mind Type, which is a complete course with a zillion different modules and videos about what Ridgely spoke about earlier, your mind types and limbic messaging and so forth. You have the Partner Attraction Formula Portal, which walks you through a complete exercise in understanding how to message using your mind types. Very powerful stuff. But what we're talking about here today is everything that's in this section here, Partner Attraction Formula AI Vault. Let me just go into the vault, and there's all kinds of goodies. All of these calls that we're doing here are being archived. You can see what calls are coming up. We're going to dive into this part right here, the AI brain. But then there are all these other tools as well, the worksheet. There's a section for Hubert's hacks. This is the private prompt library that we talked about, and the Messaging Hall of Fame, which is hundreds and hundreds of actually used and produced by real clients, an archive of incredible limbic messaging. Okay, but we're going to look at this today. The AI brain is our first AI partner. Okay, it is this software here. This is the PAF AI brain, and you just go right into it, and it can be as simple as entering a URL, right? And in terms of demonstration, if somebody on the call wants to just mention, and originally I'm screen sharing, so I can't see the chat right now, but if somebody wants to pop in their URL, and I can just flex a little and show you what the AI brain can do, with no previous prep other than having somebody's URL. If somebody drops a URL into the chat and originally you read it to me, I can show you the powerful nature of what's going on with ChatGPT 4. And then we will choose let's go and choose this avatars one, okay? Because we talked about limbic messaging.
You go to http://actualizeyourfullpotential.com.
Actualize your, oh wait, we've done this before. Here we go here. Okay, so, and I forget, I apologize if actualizeyourfullpotential.com has already had the avatars run, but let me just hit submit. And if it has, we can run it with a different one. But basically, as you see, we literally typed in one URL, we selected from our choices of different living message outputs and AI generated outputs, and we hit submit.
Show everybody what those are, because there's a ton of them.
Yeah, so if you go on here, there are things like, we believe statements, both long and short, because such and such matters. Here's another limbic format that we didn't talk about earlier. We picture a world where, that's more of a vision type of thing. You deserve statements, partner-centric copy, and we have frameworks, attention, ADA, attention, attention, interest, desires, and something else. I can't remember. We have this mantra thing, which is very cool. All kinds of stuff, even some user experience work. That's my background. So I've created a series of prompts around that. Competitive analysis, marketing hooks, on and on and on, right? Everything you'd basically need. So here's the output. It looked at actualizeyourfullpotential.com, and it identified certain avatars. One is the aspiring entrepreneur. The second is the personal development enthusiast. The third is the wellness seeker, and so on and so forth. And for each one, it summarizes what that avatar or target customer is looking for. And then it provides you with a taste of limbic messaging for that avatar. We believe in the transformative power, right? You deserve the most efficient and cutting-edge AI tools to supercharge your entrepreneurial journey because your business efficiency matters. And as visually pointed out before, the right person hearing that, they're going to say, yes, it does matter. And I agree. For the personal development enthusiast, interested in self-improvement and personal development, eager to learn, blah, 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 we believe that a positive mindset is the key to personal transformation and success because your personal growth matters. And on and on. Here's the wellness seeker. We believe in the power of natural products to enhance your overall well-being and energy levels. Now, what this has done behind the scenes is it's actually gone and consumed your website and spun out limbic messaging related to you and your topic. Is it going to be perfect? No, but it certainly is a start. And as visually points out, bring this and make an appointment with us and get on the next hot seat. And, the whole group will help, decide what to do with these. Communication skills learner, because
we got to keep moving, man. We're going to run out of time. You got to go to the next one.
Here we go. Let's go to the next one. Now, the next one, guys, is AI images, right? You log in, and I won't run, but I'm working on a project with a colleague of ours who sells customized pins. And look at this. Originally, I've helped him build a website. He does challenge coins. He's ex-military. All of these images, instead of trying to find hard to find stock images, we just use our tools. And look at all of these. We're using these on his website right now. Incredibly powerful. Last time we talked about PAF copy, which is.
By the way, that means you never have to buy a stock image again. It means that every time you create an image and you save it, you can bring that back, make slight alterations, and use it again. So, for example, if your product is all about connecting and you have people doing the handshake, you can pull up the old image and have them change the hair, change the color of the face, change this, change that, and bam, you got a new one. No need to search for it for a long time. It's very effective.
Very effective. And we have some members, primarily Bridget, on in our group that's an expert at using some AI tools for generating images. Next one, this was freshly launched just a couple of weeks ago, PAF Copy, which writes marketing copy in various formats. You can do, sales pages, you can do all kinds of things, upsells, downsells. That was very, very cool. We showed that last time. Originally, now to show you the latest brainchild in our group, PAF emails. Okay, you log in, and it's very super simple interface. You go right here to create emails. This is the only screen you really need to interact with. You title a campaign. You then choose between a URL. If you leave it on URL, you just simply type in your URL here. Or you can type in enter content. If you have content that you're developing, you hit enter content and then you paste it in. You can choose which AI model. We typically recommend that you choose 4. And then check this out, originally. This is preceded with, do you need emails for affiliate promotions? Do you need a welcome series for new subscribers? Look, here's a 5-sequence one. Do you want to follow up on a purchase? Do you want to try to re-engage inactive subscribers originally? Right? I mean, and folks, this is coming from what Ridgely and I do day to day. If you have e-commerce, they're in here, Black Friday promotions, educational series for a niche topic. So I went ahead and ran one, and check this out, folks. Ridgely and I are just starting this thing here, jvhackingblog.com, okay? And again, folks, this is, we eat our own dog food around here. Because you deserve great partners, there's an engagement video, there's a follow-up, a capture sequence, but primarily it's a blog. Here's a blog post 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all of this. And we want to encourage consumption of this. So check this out, guys. Look, I'm in here. I created this onboarding JB hacking blog sequence. It's got 5 emails. Let's take a look. Originally, I pressed a button, okay? Email number 1, welcome to JB hacking blog, your path to elite online marketing. We're thrilled to have you on board. This is what we do, blah, blah, blah. Stay tuned. It's Ridgely and Glenn, blah, 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 blah. Here's email number 2. Now we're going to dive in and talk about specifics that each person can do and why, paying attention to the community is so incredible. Number 3, here's an exclusive offer, right? So Ridgely was fond of saying, nurture, nurture, ask. So here we ask them to take action on something. You're going to, get great value out of this, that, or the other thing. Here's a special discount on our premium content, whatever. Email number 4, engaging content share. So let's dig in. Hey, look at this, Ridgely. One of our readers' favorites is our post on managing reciprocals. So it goes, Ridgely, and consumed your blog post and summarizes it here for an engagement email. And number 5, invitation to connect with us on social media. Look at this. Now, Ridgely, this is the best work I've done so far. Give me your reaction. This is the first time you've seen this.
It's ridiculous. It's just super ridiculous, man. I mean, it's crazy to think that it really gives anybody tools that they can use to do any aspect of marketing. This is fantastic. It's just absolutely great. And all of this, by the way, team, is sitting on top of OpenAI. Now, what does that mean to you? It means it's getting better as each day goes by. So it's not a static thing. In other words, the OpenAI body of knowledge, as that improves, the output from OpenAI improves. And what we have created with these 4 tools, which are members of our mastermind, So we have our content creator, our images creator, our copy creator, and our email creator. All of those are continuously improving. Really, really ridiculous. So
there's some great feedback here from the group. Thank you so much. And guys, it's now, the sign up is now posted live in the AI Brain posts in the AI Vault. So please go ahead and do it. As usual, I had Bridget try it first. She's my favorite beta tester. And, you know, she reported success in signing up. She did have some questions. And I said, oh, well, let me just do a little demo on the call today. And hopefully that clarified some of it. But guys, just jump right in and then let's see what you produce and then get on the hot seat. But I've been blabbing long enough, Richard. We got to do our hot seat today.
All right, cool. And if, by the way, this is your first time seeing the Mastermind, or you want to get on a call with me to see if you're the right fit, we don't allow anybody into the Mastermind unless they have a call with me. So because we want to make sure you are the right fit, Hubert, drop a link in there for everybody. If you want, hop on my calendar. Would love to meet you and talk about your business.
Yeah,
okay.
It's going to be great. Ridgely can help you with any particular need that you have, and even help you run, you know, a little AI modeling on the spot. There's the link right there. It's ridgely.tv/calendar.
And let's just see what we can do about a marketing letter. Now, there's several ways we can do this. We could use one click, or we could actually also use AI and do what Bill was talking about earlier, Bill mentioned, which is to really have the tool ask you questions until it knows enough. Yeah. Hello, Susie.
I think it'd be great to demonstrate that second. Hi, Susie. How are you?
Pretty good. Let me turn this up a little because the volume went down. Okay.
Oh, there we go. Well, thank you for playing along.
You're welcome.
So, what do you need today?
So, what I was thinking is, so for everybody on here, I did have my session with Ridgely and it was fantastic. And he helped me build my website. So, very thrilled. My website's not live yet, but it's getting close. But I thought that to also follow up with the website is to develop a marketing letter. And Hubert, what you just showed was fantastic because I could see, you know, using that tool to do a marketing to new customers, then do marketing again to customers that have used me. So I love that tool, and I'm excited. I have gone into the into all of those and looked at them. I haven't had the time to spend as much as I want to there, but that one was really cool.
Yeah, that is, if we have a flaw, Susie and everybody else, if we have a flaw, it's that the tools are too powerful to know how to use them all. It takes a minute to get used to it all. And we don't want to overwhelm anybody, but we also don't want you to not have them. So there you have it.
That was great. I love that one. So what I'm thinking is, like I said, so for everybody on the phone, Ridgely knows this. I just started my own consulting business about 3 months ago, and actually started a little sooner than I expected to, just because I had some opportunity come up. So became self-employed. So catching up with getting everything ready where I didn't, and I actually got clients immediately. So a little behind in getting things set up like my website and so forth. But I was thinking, you know, with my consulting business, it would be nice to send out a marketing letter once I got my website up and going to CEOs of mortgage companies. That's the business that I'm in, is mortgage, and really showing them my services and just getting that email out. So a marketing email to them, you know, talking about my services, what I do and how I can help, and leading them to my website.
Okay, cool. So simple assignment, right? Let's write a marketing letter. Now, what does that normally take? A copywriter. You send them the idea, then they go back and forth with you 20 times. They need all kinds of information. They're going to take about a week to 10 days, and they're going to charge you, if they're any good, $2,500. No less, because that's at copywriting level, that's what you're going to pay. Or you could just go to Ridgely's prompt library if you're a Mastermind member, grab this prompt. We're then going to educate the tool on what the topic is that we need to do. And we'll have this letter done in about 8 minutes. Boom. Here we go. So we are now telling the tool, hey, do me a favor. I want you to be my prompt creator. And then once we have all the data, once we educate the tool sufficiently about what we want, then we'll run the prompt, then we'll tweak the prompt, and you'll have it done here in just a few minutes. Okay, so first thing you're going to do is you're going to tell the tool what you're looking for. You are a direct response copywriter and online marketing expert. You have been hired by a new client to write an introductory letter for their new business titled, what's the new business titled?
Streamline Operations Solution.
Streamline Operations Solutions that will be sent by the founder, Susie. Super straightforward. I'm just telling them what I want it to do. Now, if I were to just say go, just for the sake of learning, you see I'm going to get about a 6 for this prompt because it doesn't have any specificity. There you go, 6. Not like I don't use this tool all the time. It's kind of ridiculous, right? I can predict how it's going to. So now the tool is going to give me suggestions and questions about what Streamline Ops offers for us. So give me some, what are the services, Susie, please?
Operational process flow redesign.
Operational process flow. Now, I want to point something out. If I know how to use the tool, I don't even have to understand what that means, right? So I don't even know what operational flow process flow redesign is. I don't have to. It doesn't matter. I know how to use the tool. What else?
M&A operational due diligence.
Operational due diligence. Yep.
And vendor assessment.
Vendor assessments. Okay. What's your target audience?
CEOs and COOs of mortgage companies.
Great. What are some of the unique methodologies that you use?
There's really, it's strategically looking at assessing their process and streamlining it with vendors, with offshore, or just the process, because people don't, they tend to just keep doing the same thing that they do. So it's really simple. It's just looking at their process and problem solving it, which is my mindset.
Great. So we'll take a look at how far that takes us. I'm going to say it's probably going to get us pretty close to an 8. And then we're going to refine this a little further because we're not going to stop till we're at least at a 9.5. So there you go. There's an 8. I'm cracking my own self up. Okay. When I know how well I've educated the tool, that's pretty cool. So give me a little bit about you. Any kind of industry accolades, things you would want people to know, things that come up in conversation. Tell us a little bit about Susie.
Yes, actually, one of my first clients that I had with taking a task from an underwriter and moving it to offshore is saving them about $500,000 a year. So it's taking saved a company $500,000 by streamlining appraisal review offshore. That's
is
And Bridget, I used to live in Corona, So I feel for you. I don't know if you guys saw that, but Bridget said there was an earthquake.
Oh, wow. I just see this. I'll read
Ooh.
Bridget's note. California just had magnitude 4.3 earthquake near Corona. I felt it. Yikes.
Anything else about you, Susie?
Let's see. I've had over 40 years experience in the mortgage industry. And was COO at 4 different companies, and that matters to them.
The stream.
With broad experience, was COO at 4 different companies with broad experience in operations, credit, compliance, and quality control.
This is good for now. Do you have any initial offers? By the way, this is going to get us to 8.5 or 9. Do you have any initial offers that you want to make to people?
That's really hard because it depends on each case, what they want me to do. So I build differently depending on the job that they give me.
So your call to action is going to be a personal consultation?
Yes.
Personal consultation to discuss a client's needs. And then do you have a particular approach that you like to take to people? Like, do you go in there yourself and look at everything? Or what is your methodology?
It's typically talking to them about what they want me to look at. And then based off the interview, I will send them back a plan of action. And if there's less things that they, something that I look at that I don't think they need to work on, tell them that. If there's more, then I give them a tailored, detailed and tailored assessment of what I think I can do for them with a timeline.
Probably going to get us where we need to be. Okay, now notice that we have not even run the prompt yet, right? All I'm doing is teaching the tool what it needs to know that it is evaluating for itself before we run the prompt. And there you go, 10 out of 10. Okay, so now we have a 10. And now we're going to say, all right, give me tone. I do want to include that. Tone should be professional. Give me tone. Persuasive.
Professional, persuasive, friendly. Or I don't know if you want to say friendly or engaging.
How about both?
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to include that. We're still going to get a 10 here. And then we're going to run this prompt and see what it comes up with. And I've been at this about 8 minutes. Now, notice I've taken almost all the time educating the tool. Because once I do that and the tool knows all of this, the output is phenomenal. I did this yesterday in a workshop, and we created 61 pages of content in 2 hours. So here we go. Running the tool. Here we go. Here's a final prompt. And we'll read this. Write an introductory letter from Susie Lindblom, founder of Streamlining Operations Solutions, aimed at CEOs and COOs of mortgage companies. The letter should outline the specialized services provided, which include operational process flow redesign, M&A operational due diligence, and vendor assessments. It should emphasize Susie's extensive 40-year tenure in the mortgage industry and her role as a COO in 40 companies. Highlight a key achievement where a strategy saved the company over $500,000 a year per year, streamlining appraisal reviews offshore. Describe Susie's client-focused methodology, which involves understanding client needs, crafting a tailored action plan, and providing a detailed assessment with a timeline. The tone of the letter should be professional, persuasive, friendly, and engaging, ending with a call to action for a personal consultation to discuss specific operational challenges and needs.
Now that's a prompt.
That is a prompt.
Right? And now we go. Now this is where it's fun. Dear CEO, COO, name, whoever that is, my name's Susie Lindblom. I hope this letter finds you well, and I'm the founder of Streamlined Operations, a consultancy dedicated blah, 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 with over 40 years, including yada, 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 et cetera, blah, 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 et cetera, really good. Except that it's not limbic enough for me. So to make this limbic, which is our specialty, I'm going to go back into my private library, which is available to all of our Mastermind members. So again, if you're not a Mastermind member, it might be something you want to look into because it's kind of amazing. And watch this. What would normally take a day now takes about 12 seconds. Here we go. We believe in precision, efficiency, and tailored solutions in operational management. You deserve a consultancy that saves you time and increases your profitability. You deserve peace of mind with efficient, well-managed processes. We picture a world where operations are seamlessly integrated for maximum efficiency. Great. Okay. Terrific. Please rewrite the letter using the best of the limbic messaging you provided that will generate trust and connection and cause a reader to take action. Notice all I'm doing is using the tool at this point, right? I haven't even made a single tweak myself to the letter. And you're going to see how powerful the letter is before we even tweak it.
Oh, I like this.
Right? Of course you do.
Yeah. This is great.
This is where the
And
magic.
you're right. The limbic messaging makes a huge difference.
Yeah. And also when they receive a message like this, it stands out. That's because of how different it is.
Okay, are we done yet? No, we're not, because the second part of the formula is to make sure that the copy is all about the client or the prospect who will turn into a partner. So I have another prompt called the partner-centric prompt. We're going to grab that. We're going to pop it in here. We're going to make some tweaks to it so that it makes sense. Now review the copy of the letter. That make sure that we keep the limbic messaging and the rest of the letter should be written in you language that makes the message all about them. And boom, here we go. You deserve a partner who brings a deep understanding of your industry. You deserve solutions that are meticulously crafted to optimize every facet of your operation. We picture a world where your company operates at peak efficiency. I look forward to helping you create a future where your operations are seamlessly integrated for maximum efficiency. Now, obviously, we're going to then tweak it because it repeats certain words, but this was all created by the tool. All I did was use the tool. It's kind of ridiculous.
But I could never have done this. Is great.
Right? It's kind of crazy. And so now we can take this and make it a little fun. Great. Now give us a goofball version of the letter designed to make CEOs and COOs fall off their chair laughing. Use emojis, and humor to make the letter pop. Surprise, it's not another boring business letter. My name is Susie Lindblom, and I'm the ringleader at the circus we call Streamline Operation Solutions. You know, just your average everyday hero trying to save the world one operational process at a time. So you're a CEO or COO? Well, that's a lot of O's. Speaking of O's, did you know that Streamline Operations can save you enough dough to make all the O-shaped cereal in the world jealous? One time I saved a company over $500,000 annually by moving their appraisal reviews offshore. That's enough to buy a lifetime of supply of coffee for your entire office, because we all know nothing happens before coffee. At Streamline Operation Solutions, we believe every company deserves to operate like a well-oiled machine, minus the squeaky noise. We specialize in making your life easier with services like operational flow, process flow redesign, M&A operational due diligence, and vendor assessment. Because let's face it, who wants to spend their day dealing with operational hassles when you could be golfing or enjoying a nice, peaceful day at the spa? We picture a world where your company operates so smoothly it'd make a jazz band jealous. Let's jazz things up. How about we schedule a chat to discuss how we can make your company's operations sing? You can contact me or just reply to the "Sees Me" say, "Susie, make my life easier. Thanks for reading this far. I promise the only thing more enjoyable than this letter will be the results we achieve together. Looking forward to making both of us the happiest people in the boardroom. Keep smiling or dialing or just emailing if that's more your jam. Susie."
That's
I
great.
actually would use this with CEOs that I know.
Yeah,
This is
right. Or what my thought was is put this in a sequence and put it as, you know, a couple of sequences in. That way you have nothing to lose and really grabs their attention.
Yeah, that is great. And there are people that would enjoy this. This is great.
Right? All right. So let me grab this for you. Copy the link. I am going to stop sharing temporarily. I'm going to pop it in the chat. And Susie, you want to
Make sure you click it. Make sure you click on the link, Susie. Just make sure, verify that you can access it.
grab that and copy it somewhere so you have it, Susie?
All right, I got it.
All right. There you go.
Great,
You guys are awesome.
Great comments in the chat. Everybody's loving it up. Thank you, Bruce. Thanks, Bridget. Thanks, Linda. This is awesome stuff, Pat.
All right. So you know what to do if you have stuff that you need us to work at. Send an email to support@partnerattractionformula.com so we can do this for you on our next mastermind call. And if you have not joined the mastermind yet, sign up to talk to me. I am a really fun guy to talk to, and I do really cool stuff like that. In fact, I can take Susie's content right now and convert it into a rap song or whatever.
That'd be awesome.
But these people think I'm kidding, man. I'm like, what? Okay, watch this.
Okay.
All right. So who's your favorite rap artist, Sus?
Oh, I don't listen to rap, so I have no idea. You guys can pick.
Convert it into a rap song in the style of Eminem. Make it about 1 minute long. There you go. Here's a rap inspired by Eminem style based on your humorous business letter. Yo, it's Susie L. stepping up in the scene, saving companies green, if you know what I mean. Operational queen, streamlining your flow, cutting costs so low, profits begin to grow. Rolling out solutions, yeah, I'm the fixer. M&A diligence, I'm the meticulous mixer. Vendor assessment, I tackle those too. Tailoring strategies, custom fit just for you. We picture a world where your biz hits the top, smooth like a jazz band, operations nonstop. Let's chat, let's meet, let's make it all happen. Susie's here to keep your company snapping. Saved $500,000 with a strategy bold. Offshore reviews, that's gold I uphold. 40 years in the game, wisdom to impart, operational art. And that's just the start. From COO to CEO, you're handling the reins. Let me ease that pain and break those chains. We'll optimize and maximize and supersize your gains. Streamline solutions running through your veins. We hook a world where your biz hits the top. Smooth like a jazz band, operations nonstop. Let's chat, let's meet, let's make it all happen. Susie's here to keep your company snapping. So hit me up. Let's start this consultation. Streamline your operation. Feel the elation. This ain't just talk, it's a standing ovation. Join me and witness your own transformation. Word. So just to say that AI can really be a lot of fun, people. Learning how to use this stuff is very
Excellent. Now, how was that for a hot seat, Susie?
That was great. You guys make it so easy and so much fun. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're most welcome. All right, everybody. Next week, you know what's coming. You know what's coming. Yes, you do. Thursday, second Thursday of the month, almost always, Mind Types After Dark. That will be at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 5 o'clock Pacific, because it's always 5 o'clock somewhere. And at Mind Types After Dark, we invite everyone to bring their favorite beverage, whatever that may be. It could be tea, and it might not be tea. And we are a little bit more irreverent than usual. So
Even
again,
more irreverent than usual.
okay. Again, next Thursday evening, 8 o'clock Eastern, Mind Types After Dark. And again, sign up to have a call with me. Send us your hot seat stuff at support@partnertractionformula.com. And I'm sure you have something else to share, Huberly.
Yes, I do. Only because Ridgely stole my joke time earlier, so I get to close with my joke. So, Susie and Ridgely, have you heard the Mexican weather report?
No.
Cold today, hot tamale.
Get out of here. All right, everybody. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and we'll talk soon.
Thank
Bye
you.
for now. Ciao, everybody.